Hello back again to a new tutorial part to build a Blender car. We are on part 4. Last part we done this windows in the car, and in the next part we now cut out all the holes for all the wheels, and then we see what's going on. So we take a copy of that car, Shift D. Make your screencast keys on. Okay. Then rotate, set minus 90 degrees. So rotate set 180 degrees. Okay. So we're there. We make it with the same technique like the other ones that we cut it in. We take here a circle, mesh, circle, rotate X 90 degrees, scale them down like it is here. Such like that. That is good. Then we go in edit mode, get here word selection, and mark the half of the circle and delete the rest with X. Then we mark these two words there, extrude, put them down, F to close. This we have now to cut out. And I don't think that is the same size here, but it is good. Wonderful. So we have the two parts. We want to cut it out. I said it in last time. These two guys here must be in front of the car, so then we can cut. So with W, we can move them as nearly as we can. Then we get a car and move them down so it is line up with the background. So now we make the same like the last time. We first mark our mask, then we with shift, we hold it shift, mark with right mouse button the object, go in the edit mode, mark all with A and say knife projection, and now it is cut it in. The same we make here. Okay, this we can do by the side. Now we have cut it in here, and now we delete what we don't need there. That means all this shit here comes out. So X words, and we have the holes. Here we have a little shit that we can make also gone. Okay, and edges. Okay, good. Same we make in the back side. Mark that lines and delete them. X, delete edges, and here's the same. We have here some rest of this, so we delete them, and here the same edges. Okay, now we have the holes for the wheels. Then you see there comes out a little part who goes over the wheels there. That goes over the wheel there, and so we must mark a part around it. So we get word selection and get here this line. Take care that is not marked something behind this first line, because then you get errors. Okay, so with C and push the middle mouse button, you can deselect selected words. So we only want to have them here. Then we hit extrude and go on Y and scale them down. And we have this viewport. Uh, then what you see here is a shading arrow, so called. And for that, we need to sharpen up that, like that maybe. And then we get this whole thing. That means with Control and plus, you can select that. And then you say P selection that separates this from the object. Now we have here our normal car and have this outstanding part here. So that means we can delete the inner uh, string there, and then this is gone, this shading arrow, and we have this line out part. The same we can do with the other one, or we copy simply with this set origin. You can say the middle point of the object should be where it is the origin geometry or the 3D cursor or the center of the mass. We make the origin to geometry, and that don't need an mirror modifier, so we can disable them. And with Shift D, we make a copy of them and push them to the back part. And then we have two of the things. And when it not really fits, I see here it not really completely fits, then we make some new here, like the other one too. So we go front view, we mark this is too much, gone, this is too much too. So now we mark this line thing. Okay, that is selected. Here is one too much selected. Okay, now we extrude, scale down, and drag them out. And we have the same as at the other side. We make in the loops to sharpen them up. One to this side, one to this side. Then with Control and plus, we can select that all and say with P, separate this selection. Now it is gone off the mesh. It is a single object now. Then we can get them, make a little space there. Then we go to our model and delete the last one, and the shading arrow is gone. And here we make the same to geometry, and we don't need this mirror. And now we have that correct part of this outcoming wheel part. Okay. So that is okay for now. Maybe we will tweak later a little, but we will see. I'll make another loop in. Looks a little better, but later maybe we make some more stuff on it to get a better result there. Okay, but for the start it is really okay. Don't need like too much here. Okay, so we got this. We look at our car, what we need there as next. I join them together as one. Now this one object, and I make them on the side, and now we go on with the rest of the car. Last time we did this windows in there, and you see when you look at this original, they are not so thin. There is a big line. Sorry. We see it in the original picture there. There is a line, a silver line, uh, around this window. For that, we make that, and in the back there's a gummy, black gummy, and in front is a silver part too. So, before we do something, every time make copies of the last good one that we have, that is this. So Shift D to copy that, and with that we can now work. Don't forget to save. Good. For this part, we need only the windows. So we go here to our materials. We have made a window material. We go to them, select them, and you see the windows lighted up. Now we make the same as before. Hit P and separate the selection. Now that are simply mesh. Now we have here this windows. And now we want to cut in there again. So we get our original masks and plug them before, and then we scale them a little down that we get a second, a second line around. And you see it is on the top less, and here more. So we scale a little in the X that we have the same distance to the outline. Okay, then we make it as before. Mark first the mask, then the object, then hit edit mode and mark all and knife projection, and we cut it again in. That we make one time more because there is a cutting line on a deeper part and then a greater part, so that we see that better. We can give them an other material, so that that we can see better. So we give them diffuse black material maybe, and mark that. Good. Then we make the same again. That means extrude and scaling. But before we must see that shit. Okay. Black material is assigned. Make 100 maybe. No, it's a go. It's not important. Good. So we get this dead outer party that that will make to the set, so we can see what we do there, and we make there a little part and scale to the X, make it a little bit brighter than the other one before, scale in the set a little, such like that. That is okay. Oh, a little in the X maybe, and bring them back a little. Yeah, I think it's nearly the same. Good. Then, as before, this, then in the edit mode, mark all, and knife projection. So we cut it there in now 2 times. And when we look in our model, that is really good. Now we can handle that and track them out with extrude or something else and get a good result. So for that, we can mark one of them, one of these lines there. You must work a little exact for that to get there all that we need. So you got it in several times here and here and here and this one too. Okay, so last parts. Okay, we selected that, so we have one outline and the glass itself. And now we drag that out. It should be the silver part later. So with extrude and then Y, we can block them out. And when we now look here in a solid mode or something else, you will see that is coming out there. The problem is that it is smooth. When it is smooth, he tries to shade that, and he can't shade that because the topology is not right. When you flatten that, then he don't tries to flat that, and then you have a good looking result. So we can try it here with the class 2. We make them as flat, and then we have a better result. We see here we got one too much. That was here a flatten, so we flatten that and make flip the direction. Now we give them a material like the white one at first. Later we change that to the silver part. Yeah, that isn't the problem. We go back and make it to the point where it is smooth. So with Control Z, you should continue this combination so that we go to a part where it is smooth. I'll make it again, mark it, and smooth it down. So that and smooth. Good. You see now here shading arrows that we can later make with here as a modifier that called add split. With that you can get that done. And then it's really good. Good. That we make now with the other Windows 2. Seen it one time. So we get the mask away and get the other mask. Pull them on the right side there. Line up and get car not there. Now we go deeper to our windows. Plug them at this place and look that you're really near to the original. Then it's sharp cut. That's very good. So we have that. We scale that a little for the first distance. We see for the first that is good, but a little scale on the X. Okay, I think that is good. Then again, cut that in. You know how it works. I don't must say it every time again. That is the same as before. Um, then we make that to the wire. Then we get that and scale them like that maybe. And scale on the X a little. Position them. Yeah, maybe a little down and a little to the side. Something like that. And again, cut. Good, we done it with this window too. That's good. So we can get this away and make the same. We drag them out now. So we go in the edit mode and mark this line here. So we get this part to drag them out. So we have it. Now we make an extrude again in Y, just a little. And now we have the second window correctly done. We make here to texture again. And now we see it. It's good. Good. Yeah, we have here the second one, and it's good. Later we'll make the silver. First we make this windows all in. So we make now the front window. We make a copy of that because in the moment all is okay. Maybe when we make some error, then all is gone. That was not so good. So we get this front part, grab them and bring them to that. Rotate this in the set 90 degrees. What he done? He springs to another language. I go to German, rotate set 90 degrees. Now we have the front look and position our mask on that part there, such like that. Okay, you see it don't fits correctly, so we can tweak that a little by getting this point and make connection to proportional editing. We type G to grab, and then we roll the middle mouse button, and then we can adjust this to line up better with the original, and so we make it more even. So that looks better than before. Maybe there up or down, something like that. We must tweak that later, as stated before, um, because as we cut it by hand, that is a problem to get that correctly round, and we will make that later. That is no problem at all. Good. So we have more line up, and we get this one and scale them a little. Look that we are in the front of this window, so we must be in the front. We are in the front. Good. Now we can get here a little bit near, something like that maybe. Yeah, okay. And we cut in. Okay, one time. And then we can mark that with black so we see better where is the other line. And then we make the fat one such like that. Okay, we cut in. So we have that too. We can make the mask away. Then we get this line again. Okay. Yeah, we must tweak later. That is really bad in the moment. But for now, it is okay. I think we have one too much here. That must gone, Okay, that is better. So, go mark that all. Okay, we have it. So we extrude and pull them out a little. Why? And all is good. So here we can make the same that we give them here. Black material, so we see better what happens. That should be later the silver, yeah. Okay. So we now make the back window. So Shift D, make a copy. All is good. Make a little space there. Get the back window mask. Put them here. Rotate this and set 180 degrees. So we look at the back and get this line up here. Perfect. Then we scale them a little down. Be careful that we are in front of this window again. Okay. So now we can place them. We make first a small cut, like ever. Okay. And that. Then we mark that as black, so we see better. And then we scale the rest. It is a little bit thicker than on the side parts. That is such like that maybe. Yes, I think that's good. So we cut in last time. Good. We have all done. All windows are fine now. And we put now our copies on another layer. We have here layer system. We are on layer 1. All that we don't need, that is too much, we make on the second layer. That means when we press M on the object and then click on the second, it was pulled to second layer. That we make with all shit that we don't need. And then we have a better look. We know where we are and it's better. The wheel section there, don't need again. That we can delete or we use it later, we will see it. This we can also move to the second one. This one we can move to the second one. Here is a window. Good. Save. Good. I told you we make the silver line that we make now. We make a new material, new, we call it silver. And now we make the silver. When we open here preview, we can see the material, how it looks. and we get there glossy shader, and it looks now like a mirror, and we want to have a light mirror, but not really completely mirrored. You see that when we look at the original, it isn't really that you see the world in this silver part. A little, maybe, you see it, but not really. So we need a little roughness. We give them roughness, and you see it will more rough. We try it with this stuff at first. Good. Then we give them the correctly material. That means we have the silver part and the downlooking part. This here must be the original window. Then this black line here, that must be the silver. So we mark them again. So here, here, here. So yeah, it takes all time. That is not as fast as you think sometimes. So okay, now we have that. When we now look in random mode, you will see when we have a background later that will look fine. Good. So we make it with all the windows. We give them the original materials. Window is that here. Then we mark this line again. And that should be then all in the moment for today. Because the videos get too great and I have a not so speedful internet and it takes long to load it up. So I try to make it as short as I can. So we mark that here, that not, oh doch, that yeah, and no, give them the window, and this one here will be the silver stuff there. Okay, good. You always will have little arrows somewhere, but later we can tweak them all out. That is normally okay. Here we must make the outline and then later silver 2 and so on. We will see that all. Don't worry about that in a moment. So we got this. Okay, and that. Go near that window. And this one we make silver 2, and then it's okay for today. If you want, you can also tweak them the backgrounds and so on now if you want. I will make that in the next tutorial. Give them better look, better style. And I know in a moment you think that can't be a good result after all, but you will see. That is no problem. Good. We give them a silver, and that was it for today. We have now the window parts that are correctly, and see you then next time. and then we tweak the roundness and the other stuff to get a better looking result there. Okay, so see you in the next tutorial. Bye.